Oh! Hey, Octodad. What are you doing? It's early in the morning. Going back to bed.
You need to make another video.
What do you mean I have to make another video? I already made a video.
You did make a video, but now you have to make another
There could
one.
be one up already.
Videos don't magically make themselves.
Ah! What video game am I supposed to talk about? Guitar Hero Live? No. The controller's broken. I could talk about this game. No, not even I want to know that this game exists. If only there was another Sonic game I could talk about! Hey! Thanks, random image.
You're welcome.
Strangely, that's not the weirdest thing I've seen in my whole entire life. That's right, Sonic Adventure 2, my childhood. I remember playing this game with my cousin when I was still young enough to wonder what a hand was for, and trying to chew everything in sight. So basically when I had the mental prowess of a puppy. Not much has changed, honestly. So, since I talked about the first Sonic Adventure, I figured that I could talk about the second one. Like I didn't have this planned. Sonic Adventure 2 was immediately being developed after an international release of Sonic Adventure, which makes sense because people have been waiting for this game forever. And because of that, Sonic Adventure just hasn't aged well, which I don't really feel like describing in detail again. One of the cool things about the level design is they were inspired from landmarks in the US, which honestly is actually pretty cool, like City Escape for one. I can't remember what it's based off of, but I know it's based off of an American landmass. There's not as much to poke fun at development-wise because Sega managed to nip this in the bud, and nothing like this will ever happen again. I hope. Sonic Adventure 2 takes a much more fast-paced approach, introducing the ranking system, which gives you motivation to dash through the levels as fast as you can, and they give you a rank on how well you did. In Sonic Adventure 2, the highest rank that you could obtain was the A rank. And honestly, this is actually really fun and probably the best thing Sega has ever done, because they've done it in every single Sonic game from then on. Except Sonic Boom. But let's not discuss that, please. There's another thing that Sonic Adventure 2 debuted that I will never be able to imitate without hurting myself. The rail grinding. No. I probably should. Ah! Where am I? Huh? You're an idiot. You start off the level breaking out of a plane and then falling into and snowboarding through the city to escape. Huh? Get it? Because the level's called City Escape? I'll shut up now. Other than Green Hill Zone, this music is probably the most iconic and anthem for 90% of all Sonic fans. I mean, can you really call yourself a Sonic fan if you don't jam out to this song while you're playing this level? After defeating the first boss, we're greeted to this cutscene. Now, a bunch of people complain that the storyline's stupid, but it's not. At least not this scene. First, how many other hedgehogs do you know? Do you think these people know can move at a very fast pace? At this point, there was only two if we count Metal Sonic. Other than that, Sonic's the only one. Second, it's dark. So how are people supposed to tell who's who when no one's ever seen Shadow before? This is me when I turn down the brightness. If I didn't tell you that it was me, would you be able to tell it was me? So Sonic gets wrongfully put behind bars, and the story cuts to Knuckles. Now, you better learn how to mod, because somehow the HD ports managed to mess up the audio when Sega ported this outside of the Sega Dreamcast. It's hard to hear what Eggman is saying in this scene.
They're following the signal from the Emerald.
What? So yeah, thanks mods. What would I do without you? So the story is Eggman tries to steal the Master Emerald. Again, Knuckles breaks the Master Emerald into pieces so he can somehow magically repair the Master Emerald like he did in the first game. But he's not the only person looking for them this time. It's Rouge the Bat. These levels take so long to complete, unlike the original game. Most of the time I have no clue where these are. And it's claimed that you can't use these help televisions to help you find the emeralds if you want an A rank. I don't believe that. They just want you to find these emeralds as fast as they possibly can. That doesn't make this game any easier though. Especially when you get to the last level. I actually had to intentionally kill Knuckles so that the emeralds would reset and I would be able to find them. I don't recommend using the help televisions often because of the fact that it does decrease your likelihood of getting an A rank. They just give the vaguest description of where something is, and most of the time you're just finding these things on accident. Most of the time these televisions just confuse me more than just running around aimlessly. Hey man, thanks for inviting me to your church. Where is it again? Yeah man, it's in a place, in a town, in an area. Then Tails decides to break us out of prison, but has to rescue Amy because
He's in danger! Tornado transformation!
now you get to control Tails controlling a mech. So basically you're playing as a mech and Tails is just riding you. And after beating Eggman, you get to play basically an E102 Gamma stage. I don't hate these levels like everyone else does actually. They're actually quite fun. Not Sonic level fun, but they're actually pretty fun. The only thing that I honestly hate is that. It's worse when you have headphones on. After some racism.
The reason I'm in here is because of that fake hedgehog.
You mean that black hedgehog?
Did you see it?
You break out of prison and find the Lightspeed Dash shoes, and unlike the Lightspeed Dash ring in the first game, you no longer have to charge it up, and it only works on the rings. And it's pretty responsive. Who are you? I'm the best version of you. Dang it! That could be anybody! I'm going to take over your YouTube channel. Why? Because I'm the bad guy, duh. I am going to insult your family. I like to call those days of the week, actually. And I'm going to convince the world that Amy and Creed are bad characters. After escaping the exploding island, Dr. Eggman threatens to destroy the world if they don't surrender, and I can honestly understand what it's like to have a villain trying to destroy everything that matters to you. I have no regrets in my priorities. So, Tails tracks the president's limo somehow, and either Sonic is secretly telekinetic, and he controls his arm wirelessly, or we know who's really controlling Master Hand. Either way, this looks like it hurts. Lightspeed Dash! I forgot I don't have the Lightspeed Dash shoes, or that they possibly don't exist. You infiltrate Eggman's base, and after beating the snot out of this guy, we get transported in, well, outer space. Better get yourself a hot dog or make some popcorn and not have college work to do. You're not gonna have free time. These levels take forever. Especially Knuckles. The good news about these final levels is that there's a glitch where you can infinitely suck Omochao in the vast void of space if you get bored in Tails' level. Ha! Take that, Omochao! Infinitely suffer for my pleasure. So Eggman manages to trick Sonic to leave the cannon room to save Amy because he's a good guy. Eggman wises up to what they were trying to do. Sonic manages to pull off a Chaos Control with a fake emerald. You also get locked in a final boss fight with your Dark Side counterpart. This game also advertised being able to play as the Dark Side. There is no way to say that without sounding like I'm talking about Star Wars, so let's just go ahead and check that out. The story is mostly the same, with more of a focus on the dark side. We see Shadow's backstory, and it's actually pretty sad. Shadow deeply regrets not being able to save his friend, and even save Rouge, because he saw this as kind of a redemption, which shows Shadow isn't a bad guy. He's just angry and confused. The only real difference gameplay-wise is Shadow takes the role of Sonic, Eggman's mech takes the role of Tails' mech, and Rouge takes the role of Knuckles, and in her last level, they decided it was a good idea to have these help TVs written backwards. Are you kidding me? I'm 22, and I can barely read English normally, let alone read it backwards. How do you expect a little kid to be able to do this? Oh, hey, doggy. I need to stop him before he takes over my channel. I'll call a help TV. But why did he have to write it backward? Now I have to decipher this. In this version of the story, the bad guys appear to win. But wait! There's more! There is a final level where everyone teams up to stop the space colony arc from hitting the Earth and killing everyone. Eggman even chips in.
Find the switch that opens the door.
And after getting to the Bio-Lizard, Shadow decides that he needs to help because he realizes what Maria actually wanted Shadow to do. He didn't want Shadow to act out of revenge, which is honestly a good message to tell people. I finally figured it out. Right? You can run! How long have you been there? So, you finally deciphered my plan. I am one step away from logging into your computer while you helplessly watch, passively as I take over your YouTube channel. You don't even know the password to it. Password.
Access granted.
Dang it. After both of them defeat Bio-Lizard, Bio-Lizard decides to pull the space colony arc faster towards the Earth. So, Shadow and Sonic both use the Chaos Emeralds to defeat Bio-Lizard one last time. The story ends with Shadow sacrificing himself. In fact, this was such a well done scene that even 4 kids couldn't touch the anime adaptation's version of what happened, and broke their own rules of characters not dying. Well, at least being potentially dead. This is your YouTube channel? It's gonna be easy. It's not fair though. Hey, all's fair in love and war. All's fair, in love and war. All's fair, all's fair in love and war. All's fair in love and war. Attack! 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 What? Oh. I think I'm gonna explode. That was the most anticlimactic exploding scene I think I've ever seen. I personally believe that Sonic Adventure 2 took everything that Sonic Adventure took and made it better. But it's okay to like the first game better. Or any game in the past Sonic, in the future Sonic franchise. You can like Sonic Boom better. And that's still okay. I personally grew up with this game. And it was my first Sonic game. I used to play this game so much with my cousin that I cried when my cousin wasn't there with me. He wasn't dead, just that he wasn't there. I think he left somewhere, and I liked playing the game with him. Even if I did suck at it. And even outside of nostalgia, this game is still well made. Even though it does still look outdated, it's still an experience that can be enjoyed by everyone. This game means a lot to me, both in nostalgia and outside of nostalgia, and I'll admit that a lot of the reason why I still enjoy this game is because of nostalgia. But I also think it's still a great game that everyone can play. Now, if you excuse me, I completely forgot I was completely injured and I have to go back and